Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to show you my indoor herb box so I can grow fresh herbs in my home all year long. So I've already have like green onions, cilantro, I don't think I have parsley yet. Gosh, what else do I have planted? A blue basil that has vanilla notes to it. And there's others and I know I'm missing them. But that's fine. But I did get a request to plant mint in here, and I'm also going to start dark purple opal basil because I don't know how that blue basil is going to taste. Therefore, yeah, I'm going to go with a tried and true, one of my favorites. And the purple, you have the extra, what's that word that starts with an A? Anthromycins or whatever, that has extra antioxidants in it. So I like that for that reason. Extra nutrition is always great and always welcome. So let's get started on planting some of these two herbs right here in my box, and I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about my plans and benefits and potential for other people to try to do their own as well. Am I saying this right? I don't know. The benefits of having this and potential if you would like to do the same thing, if you would like an herb box in your home, uh, things that you could use, places you could put it, things of that nature. So since I know I left off with the blue basil, I'm going to go ahead and start some of my dark purple opal basil seeds next to it. And it says to plant it 1/4 inch deep. All right. So I know some of these crops like the cilantro and the green onions are frost hardy, but the basil definitely is not. So I've been bringing it in when it gets below freezing. And there is a little bit of composted horse manure in here and potting soil. And the composted horse manure has been composting for over a year, so it's going to do just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle these seeds wherever. I'll thin them out later if I need to. Let me kind of try to bury them in there. Yeah. So if you would like to do this particular box I got Lowe's. This color was on sale for $2.68, while the others were more like $8 a box. I don't know what it is about this color that was on sale. Whatever. I like me a good discount, so this is the box that I picked up. One thing about growing herbs in your home is you're just growing leaves, so you could put it in a shadier spot, much like a house plant, most house plants anyway. So that's a benefit. Another benefit is you get herbs, fresh herbs all year long. In the wintertime, you don't have to worry about it. You keep your home above around 70 degrees Fahrenheit anyway. So, yeah, why not? Obviously, I'm still probably going to grow seeds out in my garden area, and this home has no designated garden space as of yet. And all of our soil is clay. And being that I'm getting older and have the knee problems off and on, which since going to the chiropractor, I really haven't had much knee problems. Just to be proactive, make things easier, especially with the clay soil, I'm going to make raised garden beds. And those videos will come later. But as of now, this is what I'm doing. I have my seeds started in my winter sowing method and hot peppers under the grow lights right now. And I do have a couple sprouts, and I don't think that my heat mats are working. My heat mat is working right. I felt it. I don't feel heat coming out of it. But I did put a small space heater back there in the area where the grow lights are. So, yeah, my brown jalapenos have sprouted, and my jigsaw peppers are now starting to sprout. So, yeah, they'll still sprout, and I know I'm kind of going off subject here about the herb box, but I kind of wanted to update a little bit about my situation too. It just takes longer, and sometimes with the more hotter peppers, they may not germinate at all. That's just something you have to understand and realize. But being that I have a broken wrist, I really can't do much work. I did find a company where I'm going to Dollar Generals and sticking on the anti-theft stickers a couple hours a week. And that I said, I can do that. So I am going to go back to work and do what I can as far as that goes. I'm not quitting my other company, but this is just something definitely I can do. That's a few hours that I can add on to my other job. So if you wanted to do this, you got many options. You could use the milk jugs. You could use kitty litter jugs. Get creative. I mean, those old hospital wash basins or dish tubs, whatever. These don't have drainage holes in them, which I prefer for indoor pots, especially if you can't put a saucer underneath it to collect the drainage. So you do have to be careful not to overwater. But do make sure that if the top is starting to dry out, if you could put your finger in there and you don't feel moisture at the top, it is time to water. Now, if seeds are starting to germinate, you do want to keep the top moist at all times. After they're growing, you want to water less, like I said, with the putting your finger in there. Basically, you could grow whatever herbs you wish. Maybe you even want to have a cold hardy container that you could leave outside longer, except for if it gets extremely cold, like below 25 degrees Fahrenheit, and you want to bring them inside. That's totally doable. But this is just a hodgepodge of herbs that are commonly used in my home, and I am going to set aside a space outside of the kitchen area for the perennial herbs such as thyme and oregano. So they will definitely go through frost and all that. And I am in a warmer growing zone, but even when I was living in zone 5B, my oregano and thyme kept producing throughout the winter, and my green onions were fine too. So yeah, I thought this was a nice little project. It's something I always kind of wanted to do. I hear you, Lila. I think she wants to go outside. I'll wrap this up. But during the winter, while we have gardening goals and we're itching to get out there and get our gardens going, this is something we could definitely do besides winter sowing and have the convenience of, oh, I'm cooking, I need some fresh herbs right away. I hear ya. And you just pick them and use them. I have a plan to get shelving brackets and set it under a window out there in the laundry room where the grow light is. Don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I am going to make this herb box happen. So as of now, on the warmer days, I've been sticking it outside and have been bringing it in when it gets below freezing, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius. I know. And yeah, it's been thriving. I do have a cat in this house, and she does prefer to use it as her litter box over her own litter box. So I do have this holy baby blanket that I drape over it, and then she scooted that off and was using it. So I have things set around to keep it weighted down and make it more difficult for her to do that. So I can't wait for this to get put in its permanent spot, but as of now, that's what I'm working with. And I'll be updating you all on the progress of this little project, my winter sowing project, my pepper project, and my raised bed project. Now I want to make the raised beds out of the trees from the tornado damage from late last year. But if I don't get to do that, I do plan on kiddie pools and 5-gallon buckets. I mean, I have to make this happen regardless. The garden's got to happen. Everybody is in agreement that the garden has to happen in this home, and so it's going to. How we're going to do it, not quite sure yet. So stay tuned for that. And hey, I just wanted to thank you for stopping by. And I also want to let you know that I love you, and so does Jesus, guys. God bless.